Video Games Recon.
Hello and welcome. My name is Nate from Video Games Recon, and in this hopefully first of many videos we will be guiding you through the world of Rust, starting with our guide to all melee weapons / tools currently available. So without any further ado, let's do it to it. The rock is a melee weapon and tool that you will begin the game with within your inventory when you first spawn on any basic vanilla Rust server, as well as on any subsequent time you rejoin the server in question, presuming that you have enough free slots in your inventory. The rock is the slowest and second weakest weapon / tool, and is not very useful at collecting resources due to its slow speed and low resource yield. And as such, most people use it just to gather up enough resources to build a stone hatchet. You may however wish to keep it for a while as a backup weapon or tool, in case your other hatchet or pickaxe gets too damaged to use, as the rock receives no durability damage. Otherwise you will probably want to ditch the rock ASAP.
Side note.
The rock actually does more damage than the stone hatchet, so you may want to use the rock in a fight against a player with a stone hatchet, or at least use it for the first strike before switching to a stone hatchet yourself. The stone hatchet is a melee weapon and tool, which is very easy to construct and is most people's first port of call when starting on a new server. The stone hatchet is superior to the rock at collecting resources due to its significantly increased speed, and even though it technically has lower damage than the rock, my opinion is that its speed more than makes up for its lesser power, as if you fight clever you will be able to get more hits on target, and thus the stone hatchet is also a superior weapon to the rock in terms of combat.
Side note.
The stone hatchet gathers the same amount of resources as the metal hatchet from all downed animals. The metal hatchet, otherwise referred to in the inventory simply as a hatchet, is a melee weapon and tool, which is also the best tool for gathering resources such as wood and ores when joining a new server, as the only way to get a pickaxe is to loot it from a box, player, or to research it using a kit. The hatchet is the fastest tool for gathering resources, and gathers more from wood piles or rock ores than the stone hatchet or default rock, and thus the hatchet is many people's preferred gathering tool on PvP servers, as the less time you spend gathering resources, the more time you have to look out for bandits. As a weapon, the hatchet will kill nakeds in 4 hits, and up to 10 hits for something like a bear. As to which is the best melee weapon comes down to personal opinion in terms of whether you prefer the speed of the hatchet or the power of the pickaxe.
Side note.
There are many destructible objects that can be broken down with the hatchet, such as storage boxes, sleeping bags, campfires, barricades, and so on. Also, you can break down a wooden door within 200 strikes using a metal hatchet, on top of which the hatchet is capable of gathering more resources from animals than a pickaxe. The pickaxe is a melee weapon and tool that has the highest resource yield out of all the tools in terms of things like wood piles and rock ores. It also has the highest damage of all melee weapons. So the pickaxe is a trade-off of power and yields for speed, as the pickaxe strikes 3 times slower and costs twice as many calories per swing to use. So for me, this is the best tool to use in terms of gathering wood and ores, as you get double the yields. That is of course presuming you are in a safe area and can take your time when gathering resources, as if you are worried about bandits killing you while you farm, then the hatchet is probably your best bet, as it is much faster at gathering resources. Also, the hatchet is the best tool in terms of gathering animal resources, as the pickaxe is actually less efficient to use than the rock in this respect. In terms of using the pickaxe as a weapon or comparing it to the hatchet, I see this one as a bit of a moot point, as the only way to acquire the pickaxe is to loot it from a box, person, mutant animal, or to research it. So by this stage in your progression, you're probably capable of crafting or acquiring a projectile weapon to use as defense. And most, if not all, projectile weapons are superior to any of the melee weapons currently available. As if you have a gun, aside from killing bandits, you may also be able to scare off your opponent before a fight even starts. Or if they only have a melee weapon, you can use your projectile weapon to kill them at a distance and not receive any damage. However, like previously discussed with the hatchet, as to which of the two is superior really comes down to a matter of personal preference between whether you prefer the speed of the hatchet or the power of the pickaxe.
Side note.
The pickaxe is also capable of destroying certain objects just like the hatchet, and does almost twice as much damage per hit. However, due to its slow strike speed, it is actually faster to destroy things like wooden doors, etc. with a hatchet. So, in conclusion, which is the best weapon or tool comes down to personal preference, but in my opinion, the metal hatchet is the best for gathering resources from animals, and the pickaxe is the best tool for gathering wood and ores, presuming you feel safe enough to take the extra time to use it. And personally, I prefer the speed of the hatchet compared to the power of the pickaxe in terms of a weapon. So, this just leaves me to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more BS of a similar nature. Thank you and goodbye.